top 60 on the PPG top for TCGCon regional piloting
Tri-Brigade with Cat.
Oh,
Rescue Cat.
after your finals appearance with Mr. Andres Trust in the last PPG regional, you're on a roll right here. So
Yeah.
I'm making another top.
Yeah, I lost in top 16 unfortunately to Striker. But yeah, this deck had some cool ideas in it. I didn't like the side too much, so I probably changed that a lot, but we can get into it.
All right. So how do you think the deck piloting did we with the new ban list and everything, having a week to prepare?
So like missing Dryden hurts a lot because now like if you play the zoos in your main deck and you try to normal summon a zoo and go combo and you get interrupted, you can't just like always fall back to ending on a Dryden. You'll just basically end on a dead body. So that's why I didn't really want to main deck the zoos. Also because like any of them but Rat is basically just kind of a brick. So I ended up siding them, which is what someone in the OCG did. So I kind of just copied that. Sided some of the zoos because they're still really good to go in second.
All right, let's get into the deck profile.
All right. So yeah, I did play the cat. So basically, you summon KRS and Kit from the deck, and then you link it to Furjet. You dump one, and then do your combo that way. So like it's fragile to hand traps, but like I play a lot of extenders and a lot of way for it to resolve. So it was really good. And then this is like the standard Tri-Brigade lineup. Only thing different here is I play 3 KRS instead of 2, just because I play the cat and desires, and like KRS is a lot better now that you don't have zoos. He's a good extender. Yeah, nothing much to say for the rest of these. Oh, also, I play a card of extras to make Zeus with these 2 level 2s. So these are pretty relevant. I'll show that later. I played a lot of hand traps. This and yeah, and then these 2. I kind of wish I played Crow, but like these are pretty good. Because I expected like a lot of Drytron invoked because that deck wasn't touched at all, and like the mirror too. So yeah, these are solid. I'd probably play Crow.
Who would you take out for the Crow?
Probably consider taking out the Veiler or the Gamma. Yeah. These are like the power spells. Yeah, these are all solid. This is like, so this basically only searches Fractal now that I side the zoos. But when I side in my zoos, basically I have 3 extra copies, and this can search anything. So yeah, these are all really solid. Some people play like 2 a pot, but like nah, I'm never doing that. Because if I draw multiple pots, then I can just put one back with Furjet.
Ah, interesting.
These are the traps. I used to play 2 Revolt, but now that I'm playing more of like a pure version, hard drawing one's like pretty good because you don't have to make the bear brum. And then pure order is just like auto win against so many decks.
Come on, I can make top 15 now. Okay.
I'll do extra decks.
Yeah, I'll get you extra.
I'll go with the Tri-Brigade stuff first, I guess.
I should have played. You know, you should have played mine.
Yeah, so I kind of wanted to fit 2 of the Furjet because it comes up a lot where you need a special from your hand. But I already sided some extra stuff and it was pretty tight, so this is all I could really fit. That's a pretty standard ratio. And these are just like the utility links to summon. I think pretty much everyone plays this. The only one that's even like you could consider cutting is like this one, but this one's still really good. XYZs. So these are like standard. I side another zoo so I can make zoos with 4 materials. But this one, so when you summon off Cat, you can overlay them into this. It can't be destroyed at battle, and then it can bounce the monster that it attacks. And then you could just make Zeus with it after. And it's a Beast Warrior, which is nice too. And it can just bounce stuff like Winder or like any Shadal or anything like that. And then yeah, these are for the zoos that I side. And then last card is just the Omega, because so basically everyone wants to hand trap Cat. So like if you summon Gamma, you can just make this, and then it's just basically auto win at that point. And you play like Gamma, Call by the Grave, KRS, Fractal, Tanky for extenders. So like you're usually fine if your Cat gets hand trapped.
Let's see. Sideboard.
Yep. So like I didn't like the side too much. That's like the only thing I would change. I definitely would still play these though. I would probably just try to cut this or increase it to 3. 2. This is like all I can really fit for the back row hit. So yeah, in the OCG, so they were experimenting with basically playing that XYZ and the extra deck and siding the zoos since they're like more dead going first, and they're still really good going second. So yeah, that's what I did. It was pretty good. Yeah. Reboot, Dark Ruler, Weejal. I would consider also fitting Cycle Reader in here, but this deck kind of loses to Winda and like Macabre is a little tough too sometimes, so Dark Ruler is really nice. And against Drytron too, because like Herald's a good card. And Reboot's really nice because like even though you're playing like a mid-range control-ish deck, like you could still wipe the whole field with Zoo, with either Access Code or Zeus. And then last card, I sided one more Zoo just so I could make Zeus with 4 materials. Shout out to Jeremy because he's straight trash. That's it for the deck profile. Yeah. Shout out Jacksonville, not Jeremy, everyone else in Jacksonville.
Proud of you though.
Yeah, that's about it.
Alright then guys, peace.